News of the weird. A drug dealer in Florida saw the cops closing in on, and right at that moment, he got pegged in the head by a flying bag of coke, which was, quote-unquote, returned to him from the man to whom he had just sold it. Here's Bobby Johnson describing what happened with the police officer.
Get on the ground now! Hands! Hands!
You see him through that in my car, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you threw in my car, man, and then tried to walk away, man.
During the bust, Volusia County Sheriff's Office near Daytona Beach recovered his coke. And by the way, 831 grams in all. Sizable bust. Officials also found 10 grand in cash and guns, including one stolen and one with the serial number scrubbed. Michigan authorities say a woman caught on a bystander's cell phone video slipping out of a patrol car window, which was barely down, just enough to keep her ventilated, while handcuffed, no less, this past weekend, has been recaptured. The Muskegon County Prosecutor's Office confirms 38-year-old Kendra Aney was in the back seat and in custody as of Tuesday morning. Now, the wild video showed her squeezing through a crazy narrow opening, somehow getting herself to the ground and then running off, still in handcuffs. She's now being held on a parole violation, along with breaking and entering, and I would think breaking and escaping. And I know as an OG, I tend to be a little bit, I don't want to say cranky, just disagreeable at times. And I truly do try not to pick on Gen Z, but I'm sorry, they piss me off a lot of times. They really do. They make it so easy to pick on them. And there's a new article that says Gen Z is using their lunch breaks to take naps and cry. But then the question was asked, well, where's the best place to take a nap in the middle of your workday? And some moron TikToker named Ben Sanderson is going viral for his answer. Check it out.
I needed a place in NYC to nap, so I looked up on Reddit where to nap. And it was like all these things being like, there's one secret room in this library that if you go at these hours, the guards aren't there. Until I read the best idea ever, which I did. I went to the movie theater, paid $15 for a ticket, and slept in the recliner seats during the movie. Popped in my earbuds, put on my beanie, and I had one of the best naps of my life.
So dude posts a TikTok bragging about paying $15 to take a nap. You see what I mean about Gen Zers making it so easy to pick on them? I don't know how many of you are space nerds. I'm two things. I'm a weather nerd and I'm a space nerd. And Wednesday's launch of the Artemis 2 rocket with the 3 NASA astronauts and the 1 Canadian astronaut, it just enraptured me. Following along on my phone all day long, it brought me back to when I was a kid out in Nebraska. I wanted to be an astronaut for several years till I figured out how smart they have to be, and then radio seemed like a pretty good alternative, but I digress. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut so bad. When I saw the first images of those Apollo astronauts sitting back, how they're, lying down, I went out to our picnic table in the backyard, put on a football helmet, and I would lie down on the grass and put my legs up, where you're supposed to sit on a picnic table on the bench, and I would pretend I was in a spaceship. That's how much I loved space travel back then. Not quite into it as much now, but I still am. And NASA's long-awaited Artemis 2 mission for a 10-day journey around the moon made it off Wednesday night from Cape Canaveral, and they're going to go farther than anybody has since the Apollo 17 mission back in '72. Which obviously is well over 50 years ago, as they're kind of laying the groundwork for not only moon landing in 2028, but NASA's eventual goal of establishing a long-term presence on the moon and building a base there. Now, when they circle the moon, the Artemis 2 crew members are supposed to be reaching a greater distance from Earth than anyone has ever done. So here's to them. We'll be following along, and if you're as crazy as I was, I don't know, maybe you're at work and you'll lie down and prop your feet up on a chair and just pretend a little bit. Somehow it brings out the kid in me. How about you?